Welcome to Tech Turks. Today I have the pleasure of, or this morning I have the pleasure of having Femi Kuti, who is one of the co-founders of Kangpe. Kangpe, great name. Well, I did well. Is a medical services that goes beyond the normal doctor-patient, but I'll allow Dr. Femi to actually tell us more about it. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Kangpe, so I did well. I want to I want to be well.
I did
so,
Kangpe.
Yeah. So what's the difference? What's Kangpe's value proposition?
So that's a great question. First of all, it's basically a service that allows people to ask questions from verified doctors using their mobile phone 24 hours a day. So you have a medical issue at whatever time of the day, pick up your mobile phone, type in your question. You can attach pictures, you can attach voice notes, you can upload test results, etc. And then you're guaranteed to get an answer from a verified medical doctor, typically within 5 minutes. About 95% of our questions are answered in 5 minutes, at most 10 minutes. So that's basically what the service is. I think what makes us different from a lot of other similar services are...
So hold on, before you go.
Sure.
So health is like banking, you know, it requires there's a lot of trust in there.
Yes.
Right? You're trusting someone with something that is valuable to you. So why does this work?
That's a good question. And I think that there are a couple of things actually. The first thing is the way our system is set up. So first of all, the reason it's easier to trust something if you know that the person on the other side doesn't know who you are. So one of the good things about our platform is that it's completely anonymous. So we don't ask for your name, we don't ask for your personal identifying details. So because we don't have that information, people are a lot more open to share a lot of the things that they have, a lot of the issues that they have. I think the other thing is we've consistently built a brand that confirms to people that our doctors are verified. So if you're speaking with a doctor on Kangpe, you know that this doctor is a real human being. He's not some bot or he's not some, chemist somewhere in the middle of some nowhere just answering your questions. So I think those are the two main things that foster trust. And then after a while, as people use it more consistently, they're able to, and they get good value for the good service, they're able to, trust us a lot more and share that trust with other people.
So how long has this business been on?
So we launched a very scrappy beta version back in late 2015.
Okay.
So yeah, late 2015 was when we started this project.
So where are you? So you're not only in Nigeria.
So the service is live in about 4 countries.
Okay.
So you can use Kangpe in Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, and Rwanda.
Same name?
Yes, same name.
So do they understand Kangpe in Ghana or Kenya?
I think
they just love Nigerian music and they just follow it.
I think it's part of the fact that there's a great obsession with like Nigerian culture pretty much everywhere. I think Kangpe is pretty similar.
Yeah.
There's Pidgin English in Ghana as well. Yeah. For Kenya and Rwanda, there's there's probably a Nigerian name. So, and I think there are a lot of companies that build their brand around their name, and the names just didn't really mean anything, but they gave that name a meaning. So we sort of took that tack.
So define so has it been successful?
Well,
so what are the numbers?
I think I would say that we're on the path to success.
Okay.
That's the way we look at things is I don't think we see success as an endpoint. It's just more of like constant improvement in what we do. So right now, in terms of traction, we've done about 150,000 questions, consultations. We have over 100,000 people registered on the platform. We have 750 doctors signed on from around the world. So
you're the biggest hospital in Nigeria.
Pretty much, yes.
Exactly. That's the way of defining it.
Yeah.
So
in a way.
So you're doing questions now. So what's the next step? So how do you keep innovating the service?
So I think that there are 3 key things that we're looking at over the long run. And I think the first thing is just improving the stability of the service that we have right now, maybe finding ways to cut down the time. People think that 5 minutes to get a response is fantastic. We're constantly trying to find a way to make it even shorter. If we could get you an answer in 30 seconds, we would love to do that. So we're working on technology to make that better. The second thing is video. And let me describe it as like bandwidth optimized video. So I think one major reason why we started with text was because of the bandwidth issues that you have in a lot of places in Africa. So we wanted it to be available. But you know, we're getting a lot more improvement in terms of 4G LTE. Even 3G is getting much better. And then there's a lot of technology around video that's making it, you know, work better on, you know, less optimized systems. So we're looking at that as well, because there's something interesting about a face-to-face conversation. Yeah, and I think the final thing that we're also interested in looking at is machine learning using our data around healthcare.
So is it proprietary software, or are you going to, like, for example, when you talk about, you know, SMS, are you integrating things like WhatsApp video, or is it just going to be solely proprietary applications?
It's a good question. We're very open to using it on various platforms. I think the main problem that you find with platforms is that a lot of the platforms are also very proprietary. A lot of popular platforms on this side of the world are very proprietary as well. So for example, it's difficult to integrate with WhatsApp. For example, so WhatsApp, it's a very closed system. It's difficult to integrate there. I think the only place that it's relatively easy to integrate with, but it's quite popular, is Facebook. And we have a great relationship with Facebook already. Facebook actually helped us to reach the countries that we did on the Facebook Free Basics program, which was fantastic. But yeah, we're open to it as the technology opens up.
So how do you make money? I mean, how do you keep this platform sustained? and then how are you going to create more awareness? Well, I think it's such a fantastic, very quick, I mean, it's first aid, but I don't think this is the first time I've heard of it. So how are you going to create that awareness, and how are you going to fund it?
So in terms of how we make money, it's very simple. So we charge people, you know, for receiving answers from doctors. It's a minimal amount, it's not a lot, but because our technology is very efficient, it's enough for us to keep the lights on and for us to stay pretty, you know, sustainable. We're also looking at other ways to sort of use the data that we're getting to sort of find ways to monetize that as well. In terms of how do we get people, I think first of all, we're a startup. So we don't have a massive marketing budget, or we don't have the massive marketing budget a lot of other people have. So we've had to get very innovative with the ways that we market. So I think one thing that we've been very focused on is content. So because of the mass of questions that we have, we're able to produce a significant amount of content that we sort of syndicate with a lot of other blogs. We syndicate it on our own blog, we share it on Twitter. And we expect that people hear about us from there. And then people just, you know, we build such a good experience for people that they're willing to share it with someone else. So it's not strange to have a conversation between two people. I have a headache, what can I do? And then the person, oh no, go ahead, use Kangpe. A lot of our users actually coming to use the service through that way.
I mean, 150,000 questions, that's you know, valuable data to like build an artificial intelligence, what type, immediate solutions. So you're thinking about developing that area? The more questions you have, and the more answers you provide, the more intelligent the system becomes.
Exactly.
So Nigeria is, so you know, like health is one of the biggest. It's a global problem. How do countries manage to provide health welfare for their people? So and this is an interesting area, especially. So are you working with states, or talking to governments, or talking to agencies that are interested in health welfare in Nigeria, health infrastructure in Nigeria? But this could certainly fit into one of the options.
That's a great question. So I think the strategy that we took was it's very difficult as a small company to be able to have a conversation with people who are, you know, larger and, you know, are more established. So what we did was, let's create the credibility, start what we have, and then build something that people can. So when we're going forward to have those conversations, we're in a much better position. I think right now we're gotten to the point where we have built that credibility and we have built, you know, that traction. So I think the next phase is, well, but the next phase for us is to begin having conversations with, you know, organizations, NGOs, governments, to see how, you know, they can leverage our technology.
So are you doing anything with any private sector companies?
Yes, we do have one or two private sector clients. One sector that has found our product very useful has been the health insurance sector. So we have a client in that space as well. So yeah, we're looking at private sector clients as well to work with us.
Last question. So 12 months from now, where do you see Kangpe?
12 months from now. 12 months from now, we should have our video product out and working and ready for people to use, especially in more highbrow areas like Lagos, where people have much better internet. And I think the second thing for us is also greater spread. So a lot more people using our products. So if that happens through direct contact with the users, or if that's happening through relationships or partnerships with other vendors or other companies, we're looking at both angles. But definitely the two main things would be our video product out and greater spread through partnerships or directly to customers.
Excellent, and thank you for coming on the show.
Like Diamond Bank, of course.
Like Diamond, of course. No, it's a conversation we'll continue offline.
Definitely.
So thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thank you for teaching us something new. And I hope the viewers enjoy it.
Thank you very much for having me. Great time here. Thanks.